Something special is happening in the classrooms at Rocky River Elementary. A change has taken place, completely transforming the attitudes of teachers and students.
I love the turn taking you're taking right now. That's perfect.
It's made things easier in my classroom. I wish that we had more parents that knew about it.
I love how this class can quietly raise their hands when they want to say something. That is great.
It definitely makes my day brighter.
My students want to please me. They want to do the right thing.
You're using the mentor text. Where do you use that technique?
It works.
We're focusing our energy not in a negative way, but in a positive way.
My classroom is a great place to be because of it.
It's called the Nurtured Heart Approach, and it emphasizes the importance of finely tuned recognitions that reflect what is truly appreciated about the child.
The best thing you can do for a child is to identify right here, right now, what's going on. And the best way to do that is to describe it to the child as if you're describing that behavior to a blind man.
Victor, that was a great explanation of how you think. You said, I think of this because, and that is a really good way to have people understand your way of thinking, why you chose that answer. That's an excellent job.
Look at you. Perform this task that I ask you for. You're not asking for more information. You're taking this on your own. Look at the courage you're demonstrating right here. And I say that so that other kids can hear this, so that other kids get the idea that, wow, this is his expectations.
It has completely transformed classroom management at Rocky River Elementary by energizing the students' experiences of success.
I'd never heard about it. We had Dr. Page come in and give us like a little overview of what it was. At first, I was a little hesitant because it's opposite of what I've always known as a parent and as an educator. But once we started using it in the classroom, it made a big difference.
You see the 1, the 2, and the 3? Okay, well that's...
Nurtured Heart Approach is simply utilizing a different way to communicate that solicits that character response, that gets the energy for all of the great things that's actually going on right under your nose.
Did you see how they opened it up? Patrick read the question, said, Allie, what do you think? This is what I got. And she said, I got that too. What do you think? They're all taking turns. That's wonderful.
It's identifying behavior that's working. It's identifying a behavior that creates success.
I'm looking for those kids who are doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing, and I immediately
very nice job.
Compliment them, tell them that they're doing exactly what I'm asking them to do. No, don't answer the question. As soon as I say that, everyone around them starts to do exactly the same thing. But the only thing is, in this statement, they're not comparing the two. They're talking only about Helen Keller. That's a great connection you made. You know, you took something we learned about Lewis Braille, and you're kind of connecting it to Helen Keller. And that's a great point.
When you utilize the approach, make sure that what you're looking at and the reflection you're giving back is something that's actually happening. Look at you. You're giving me eye contact. You got your book open to the right page, and you're focused on what we're doing. That's irrefutable. The child is actually doing that.
For many of the teachers, this approach sounded like mindless flattery, and as current research states, generic compliments can actually have a limiting effect on children. Nurtured Heart founder Howard Glasser stresses the need to avoid baseless, over-the-top statements, which he calls emotional junk food, because children essentially don't believe it.
I was really skeptical about it. It seemed too easy. Why should I compliment kids for things that they should be doing already? At first, it was like, oh gosh, it's something else we have to learn and we have to do. And like with anything new, it's always a challenge. I felt like I was going to be rewarding things that were expectations. This is yet another responsibility that I'm going to have. I'm already overburdened. I've got all these kids in my classroom, and I've got to meet all their needs all the time. And it's actually eased a lot of the burden in my classroom. It's made things easier in my classroom for me.
Let's check this column, because it can be anywhere between squirm and stereotype. I love how everyone is working so hard. You're quiet. I could hear a pin drop in here.
The students are keeping themselves in check, They're monitoring themselves more, so I don't have to do as much classroom monitoring.
They're more confident because they may do something different than someone else, but theirs is just as good. So when you point out those things, they get excited about it.
Sandy, you know what you just did? You broke a word apart. That was a really good skill. You used your reading skills on that one. So all you have to do is take off the ing. Good job.
Even the students have noticed the changes and said they feel respected.
It makes me feel pretty good that he knows that I'm trying to obey and not do anything that I'm not supposed to.
For you to acknowledge what they should already know makes them feel like, well, I know how to do it, and at least she recognizes that I know how to do it.
I like how you're rereading what you have. Oh, we're getting closer. All right.
The look on their face is like, I got it, I know, and you know that I know.
What the kids see when you're feeding positive praise to them and energy to them, they in turn do that to each other, and you get a very good environment, very friendly environment. I love how this class can quietly raise their hands when they want to say something. That is great, and so many people are participating. Will, I mean, it really works, and then they want that positive praise too.
Good job. Do you get it now? Awesome job. Keep it up, okay? Work with your partners.
We're building very well-adjusted, self-confident people who are productive members of their society, who want to contribute and who feel good about themselves.
I like how you haven't given up. Since you haven't found the word, you're still trying.
Give it 2 weeks. In the grand scheme of your academic year, what's 2 weeks? And putting the time into it, making that investment, you'll get it back 2-fold, 3-fold, 4-fold. It's life-changing.